Hey, welcome back to Daily Hope. We're talking about spiritual revival in the United States. I know that might sound a little big and out there, but we serve a God who is big and who does God-sized things. We've seen in the book of Esther, he delivered an entire nation. He changed a culture. And in American history, he has delivered this nation at times that looked impossible in really every century, in the 1700s, the 1800s, the 1900s. And we can pray for him to bring about spiritual revival and deliverance morally and spiritually for the people of the United States here in the 21st century as well. The second theme I want to share with you, or kind of step toward Christian revival happening in a nation, is this. We must invest in Christian education for our kids and our grandkids. We must invest as a church in educating the next generation. Now, churches used to call this catechism. They used to call it Sunday school. What we're calling it presently at Connection Point is youth worldview. We've got all sorts of ways that we educate our kids and our students from birth all the way up to age 18 and now through college and into their young adult years. Proverbs 22 verse 6 says this, "Direct your children onto the right path, and when they are older, they will not leave it." I want to draw your attention to one word in that verse, direct. It doesn't say, hope your children will go on the right path. It doesn't say, just command your children to go on the right path. It says, direct them. How do you give someone directions? Well, you can't give directions very well unless you've been there yourself. So you model, here's what it looks like to live on God's path, and then you speak directions to them. That word direct is actually on my private prayer list and goals for this year with my kids, that I would be more directive. When I'm talking to them about their day and asking them questions, that I would be bolder, gentle, inquisitive and curious, but bold and directive to say, hey, you should do this when your friends do that. And here's what God says about it, and that's why I'm saying this. I'm giving them direction. That's what it means to be directive, is to give very plain, simple, clear direction, and then have that direction line up with your life. So if we want to see revival in the United States, revival leaders like Billy Graham, Jonathan Edwards, George Whitefield, and Esther were all raised by godly parents who were very directive and directed them to know and understand the Word of God. That's what we're doing as a movement with our youth worldview. And so even if you don't have kids or grandkids, or they're not within your reach of influence, you can invest in the raising of the next generation through Connection Point as we give godly direction to young people who will be tomorrow's Esthers, and we're praying tomorrow's Billy Grahams and Jonathan Edwards, revival leaders in the United States. Okay, we'll pick up there tomorrow.